Of Western Canada is soaring into a new era with a new facility in the works and also a new look. Joining me now to share a sneak peek of this is Terry Slobodian. He's the president and CEO with the museum. Terry, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay, Terry, you guys have a brand new look, if you will. There's some new branding associated with the museum. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so this is our new look. We knew that with the transformation of the museum, not just the building itself, but our whole mission, we wanted to ensure that the logo that we developed would communicate the promise that we make to our visitors, not only in Manitoba, but around the world. So we consulted with 1,600 Manitobans, and this was the final winner in terms of the logo. I'll just say two things about it. Number one, the feedback that we got overwhelmingly was that it created in them pride in being a Canadian and pride in the story of Manitoba aviation. And then in the middle, there's an aircraft, but it's not a bush plane, it's not a military plane, it's not a commercial plane. While bush flying is our core business, we also have a strong partnership with the military through 17 Wing, and as well as commercial. So we represent roughly each of those categories of aircraft, one-third within our new museum.
And you need this new look, right? Because as mentioned, you have a new facility, so it's kind of just a new chapter for the museum.
It's an amazing new chapter for the museum, yes.
Wonderful. And Terry, we're going to be looking a little closer at these designs, but what you have beside you is what that new museum will look like.
That's right, and it's right on Wellington. So every passenger who leaves the airport will have to drive by our building. And the building has been designed in such a way that people can look in and go ooh ah as they drive by, because we are going to have 6 aircraft suspended from the ceiling, and you can see one of those now. So it's a great location for us. The building is 86,000 square feet, and we have 4 acres. So we'll also have aircraft displayed outside.
Wonderful. Well, Terry, as mentioned, we are going to be getting a closer look at those designs a little later on the show. We're going to be spending the whole morning at the Royal Aviation Museum of Western Canada, so you got to stick around.
All right. Thanks for that, Catherine.
The Royal Aviation Museum of Western Canada, its new facility isn't set to open until 2022, but this morning on CTV Morning Live, we're going to be getting a sneak peek of what this incredible new facility will offer. Joining me now to take us through it is Terry Slobodian. He is the president and CEO of the museum. Terry, good morning. Thanks again for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
So shovels in the ground, construction is underway. What will your new museum look like once it's completed?
Well, it's going to be magnificent. It's going to be awestruck for everyone who looks at it. What's not so much about the building itself, even though it is an architectural marvel. Inside, it's going to be a tremendous visitor experience for everyone. We have anywhere between 14 and 17 immersive zones within the 86,000 square feet in the building on 2 levels. And there's going to be a few new aircraft that is really exciting. So what we're proud about is that we're not only closing a museum and opening a new one, but it's going to be a totally different experience, much more story-oriented, and more perspectives, because we have a strong commitment to truth and reconciliation and Indigenous inclusion. And so the Indigenous partnerships and collaboration has just made a lot of our stories that much more richer and deeper by including other perspectives. And so the moment you walk in the museum, you're going to see aircraft everywhere.
Wonderful.
With lots of spaces to walk through. And then when you look up, you're going to see 6 or 7 aircraft suspended from the ceiling.
Oh, it sounds like it's going to be absolutely incredible. Terry, we thank you so much for joining us and sharing a bit of a sneak peek. Now, it is set to open in 2022, but they haven't quite reached their fundraising goal. Coming up later this hour, we're going to learn how you can help them make that happen. And also, we're going to be getting a look at the new look for the museum. They've got some new branding. We're going to take a look at that in the 8 o'clock hour.
I'm very excited.
Western Canada is calling on you to climb aboard its capital campaign to make its new museum a reality. Joining me now to share how you can help is Terry Slobodian. He is the president and CEO at the museum. Terry, good morning. Thanks for joining us once again.
Good morning. Thanks for having us once again.
Okay, let's talk about the capital campaign. You've set a big goal for yourself. You're almost there, but you need some help to make it over the finish line.
That's right. So we've raised just over $40 million to date, and $20 million of that is from the federal and provincial governments, and $20 million is from a wide variety of members of the community, which is absolutely amazing. As you would know, Manitoba is the most generous province in the country, and we're certainly being blessed by that. Our goal is $46 million, so we're in what we're calling our final approach to complete the campaign.
I love all the aviation puns. There's endless for them.
There are.
Yeah, absolutely. So Terry, tell us about the progress of the museum. Like, when are you hoping to have these funds raised by?
So the museum, as you said earlier in your program today, that we're opening the museum in January of 22 is our best estimate at this time, and we would love to have the campaign completed by then. People are making cash and pledges, so we don't have to have all the cash in the door, but we would love to be able to complete the campaign so that we can carry on. And it's been led by Hartley Richardson as our honorary co-chair, and Ross Robinson and Blaine King as our co-chairs. And they've been doing this for 8 years now, so it's been a long haul. And but they're committed to seeing us through, and over the top is what we believe will happen.
A true labor of love. Terry, for anyone out there who's interested in helping you reach your goal, how can folks donate?
There's obviously the capital campaign, RoyalAviationMuseum.com, and there's a capital campaign click. In addition to that, we are selling limited edition T-shirts with our new logo on it. We've only made 100 of these. And on the back is our signature aircraft, the Vickers Vedette, which will be in the Canada map zone. And all the proceeds from these are going to the restoration of aircraft that we're doing right now. Right behind me is the CL-84. There's only 2 of them that exist in the world. And across from me is a Blanca air cruiser. So all sales from these T-shirts available on our website. Click on the appropriate link, and you'll be able to help us restore aircraft that no one has ever seen before.
Oh, it's so exciting, Terry. Thank you so much. And speaking of what no one has seen before, you haven't stepped foot, obviously, in that museum as it's being constructed. We're going to get a closer look at its designs.
Thanks, Catherine.
The new and improved Royal Aviation Museum of Western Canada until next year. But this morning on CTV Morning Live, we're going to get a preview of what visitors can expect. Joining me to take us through it is Terry Slobodian. He's the president and CEO with the museum. Terry, good morning. Thanks for joining us once again.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me once again. I'm having a great time talking with you.
I'm getting really excited about this project, and I think you're going to make it even more official now, because you're going to tell us what we can expect to see once that final museum is open. Starting with the entrance, when visitors step inside, what are they going to be seeing?
Well, one of the important things that they're going to be see is a treaty land acknowledgement. One of our, as part of our transformation, we are strongly committed to truth and reconciliation, and so you'll be seeing that throughout the museum in a variety of exhibits, art, as well as the acknowledgement right at front and center. And then you'll be navigating through 14 zones through the museum that take you from, let's say, 1920 to all the way up to space payloads provided by Magellan Aerospace.
And Terry, from what I understand, you're kind of being guided through a story.
That's right. Yes. So you've picked up on the second aspect of our transformation is more and more storytelling, but not just storytelling, but including more and more perspectives, more and more collaboration. So every single zone within the museum, we are collaborating with the appropriate people who could provide advice. So, for example, in the Innovation Zone, close partnership with Magellan Aerospace. Norway House, close partnership with Indigenous peoples from that part of Manitoba, and so on. So the stories but it's told from a variety of perspectives so that the stories are complete and accurate.
I'm very excited to take a look at it. Thank you so much, Terry. And of course, that is not set to open until 2022, but the museum has a whole new look in store for us to kind of usher in this new era. We're going to get a look at that coming up later on this hour.
Thanks for that, Catherine.
Of our morning with the Royal Aviation Museum of Western Canada, and they have a new look for a new era. Joining me now to tell us all about it is Terry Slobodian. He is the president and CEO. Okay, Terry, you've got a new logo, a new look for the museum. What can you tell me about it?
Well, this is our new logo. And as I said in an earlier segment, we had feedback from 1,600 Manitobans, and this was the winning design. The two main elements of it are that it is said by our focus groups that it invokes a sense of Canadian pride and pride in Manitoba aviation. And secondly, the aircraft in the center is not a jet and it's not a bush plane. It represents all of the aircraft that are in our museum, even though bush flying is our core business, if you will.
It looks pretty sleek, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg of what's in store. As we've been talking about all morning long, you have a new museum that you're hoping will be open by January 2022. And if folks out there are looking to get excited about this, you've got a website for them to check out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes. Please go to our website and you'll be able to find out everything that you can. Would suggest that you sign up for the boarding pass newsletter, because even on the website, it's evolving. Even though it's been launched, it's going to get better and better between now and 2022. And one thing you can do on the website is you can buy our limited edition T-shirt with our new logo. And they've been flying off the shelves since we mentioned it earlier this morning on your show. But you can also order them right off our website if you didn't catch it at this time.
Oh, that's wonderful news. And just before we say goodbye, Terry, sorry to cut you off there. Just remind folks, if they want to donate to your capital campaign to help build that museum, tell folks out there how they can do just that.
Exactly. So they can go to our website, royalaviationmuseum.com, click on Capital Campaign, and they can give right online, electronically, and they'll get the receipt the same day. And also, or they could send in a check to our address that is also found on that website.
Wonderful. Well, Terry, I can't wait to step foot in the new museum. It looks wonderful. We thank the good folks at the Royal Aviation Museum of Western Canada for joining us this morning. Once again, check out their website to get excited about that new facility and donate if you have anything to spare.
Thanks for that, Catherine.